This whole thing not working out has never been an option. I paint representational pieces in almost an impressionistic manner. I like working with a lot of textures, a lot of vibrant color, all kinds of different media, whether it be newspaper, magazines. It just kind of gives each piece, I think, a little bit of extra depth, a little bit of extra texture, and a little bit more substance to the content. I love the process. I love getting messy. I love working with color. The feel of control that I have also, that I am responsible for all the decisions that are being made on this canvas. It's healing. I can work out all my emotions painting. If I'm angry, if I'm sad, if I'm happy, it's good for me to paint and all of that and get it out that way. It's a healthy way of processing emotions for me. My junior year of college, I noticed a little bit of a struggle in reading text. When we went to the doctor, it just became one referral after the next to different retina specialists around town in Chicago. We were going all over, and they all came back with a diagnosis of Stargardt's disease. Stargardt's disease is a macular degeneration that is in my retinas. Basically what it does is it disrupts my process of interpreting light. I'm noticing that my bright values are getting increasingly brighter and my dark values are getting increasingly darker. So I notice that my world is just naturally getting to be higher contrast. There is no cure for it just yet. There's a lot of promise with stem cell research, but it does naturally make its way into my work. As I portray representational subjects, it kind of portrays how I see the world. I accept my relationship with Stargardt's disease. It's not something I fight. I do everything I can to slow it down, but for me, it actually has been a little bit of a blessing in disguise. The Stargardt's disease is just a constant reminder to really view how beautiful our world is. I am so lucky to have Forrest. He's really been a part of it since the beginning. We started dating right before I changed my major from art education to painting. And he's been a solid rock through all of it. He puts up with me during times of rejection. He puts up with me during times of celebration, which can oftentimes be more to put up with. He's a constant reminder to stay patient and to stay positive, and he demonstrates that all the time. And he's also the more social of the pair, so he's the reason we have other friends that do this, that are artists. The unique thing about our group is that we're all such different artists. We all pursue completely different kinds of art. We make a little time in our schedules on Sunday evenings, and we come over, we critique each other's work, and sometimes we're ruthless, sometimes we argue, but it's something I look forward to every week. It gets me through. Rejection is something I'm getting better at, but it is tough. Just focusing on the next thing. There's always going to be another thing. Even once I do get into a good show, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm planted there. It means I'll have to reapply next year. And so I think staying positive with that outlook of there's always next year. So when I get formally rejected by someone, I'm almost intrigued. I value it. I value the feedback. One of the key reasons that I moved downtown after graduating from KU in 2012 was because I can no longer drive, and I just get so much inspiration from the urban lifestyle of, walking everywhere. The pedestrian's perspective of always looking up at the buildings and walking past the traffic and the chaos of the downtown life. And it's something I enjoy and I see constant inspiration from. And so that's why, again, it naturally makes its way into my work. I want to continue with the art festivals, the art shows. I've gotten a lot of great success and a lot of sales from that. A lot of these shows are such great platforms to not only sell your work, but to get commissions, to get exposure. I've gotten almost all of my exposure from doing these shows. Art is something that I think people connect with and attach to for oftentimes unknown reasons. When people started to take note of the art, a lot of people are shocked to later find out that I have this eye condition that's behind the painting. It's a detail of the painting that is not obvious to a lot of viewers. I think my work is evolving on its own for many reasons. However, I don't know that the Stargardt's is really pushing the work to evolve in a way because of just the Stargardt's. But it does inspire me to communicate how I see. What's remarkable, I guess, about my story is that it has almost required everyone to rally to just make it happen.